So let me quickly go to my filters. Wow, and my game crashed. Alright. The first game crash. And now I'm back in queue, right? Okay. Yo, are you guys lagging too? What the F is this? They're not even taking damage. Then move, Dex, Fire Res. And move. No! Okay, Empowered Merveil goes down. I expect at least a Chaos Orb. Huh. Okay, please no crash on Act 2. Oh, Chaos Orb. I'm rich, baby. Okay, here it comes. After a 6-minute brutal fight, we killed it. And I dropped just nothing. Nice. Wait. That is actually weird. Kitava was empowered when he was the first time up. After the hard phase, he's now not empowered anymore. Which means that it's never the same Kitava, it's all different Kitavas, just with different life pools. Didn't even know that. But hey, Act 5 done. Easy. Oh boy. Juicy. Yep, taking a shower. Yay! Act 7! Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, the first video of the 323 Affliction League. And I've decided to, take on the Vaal Arc Mana Stacking Ignite / Penance Brand character. In the current state, we are level 58. We just reached Act number 7. And I decided to just, stop the stream now, record this video for you guys, take a rest, take a nap, and then continue the grind. So, Vaal Arc Ignite, as I said, is a pretty nice skill to play. Arc in general, you know, just like the Ignite version, I just love this kind of build, you know, mana stacking, my favorite build archetype, Ignite, my favorite damage type, and Arc being my favorite skill. But also wanted to test out Penance Brand, because with the new modifiers and everything, it looks very spicy, especially with the added, what is it, like 570% effectiveness of added damage. This will play heavily towards the favor of Archmage and stuff like that, so it's gonna be very interesting. I cannot really say too much about the current state of the build. We're running a 4-link. We run like some solo self-on gear, some crafted modifiers on. There is nothing too fancy. No jewels, no cluster jewels, no crazy things what you might think a build should have on day 1 of the league. We are running Shaper the Flames. The first lap is done. This was the transition to the Arc version. So I want to just go over quickly through the process, basically, right? So first of all, game was super unstable in the start. I think everybody that started on the league start at like 8 p.m. my time did have the same experience. Go into town of Act 1, crash, disconnect, whatever, kill a couple of monsters, turn in your quest, go back, like just use your portal scroll, go back to town, forget about the crashes, and you crash again. You start the game, you wait another 2,000, 3, 4, 10,000 Q, You log in, it loads into town, you crash again. It was like very, very annoying. I think I lost like maybe like an hour waiting time throughout the entire stream, which is like disconnects and just yeah, waiting for queues to pass by. But afterwards, like after like 2 or 3 hours, GG released like a hotfix, a minor patch or something, and after that it was pretty much fixed. I think after that I had like one crash without a queue and it was totally fine. I did start as a Fireball character, so Fireball Ignite, then at level 16 or so I swapped to Wave of Conviction Ignite, taking here the physical damage convert to Fire Node. And after I've done the first lap, or at least, no wait, I actually started using Penance Brand a little bit from level 32, 33, something like that, 31. Whenever I got my hands on the Penance Brand, I said like, you know what, let's try that. And I actually did, I think, the first lap with Penance Brand, and it felt kind of like super sick. The difference, if you never played Penance Brand, it's kind of hard to tell the difference, but now it loads like up way faster and has a lot more damage, but it got removed with like per additional stage 30% more damage and stuff. It just got like very simplified. And if I can show you that in here, how it currently looks like with Penance Brand, it loads up, as I said, a lot faster, but still it's a bit clunky, and the explosions are kind of huge, right? Oh wait, that is Arc. So I put down my brand, it loads up, and this was like 20 stacks, and this is currently on a 4-link with an Arc setup chain. So basically you can still run around, attach your brands, it doesn't like energize through mobs anymore, and it basically just explodes after a certain time. I still decided that I wanted to play Arc because it just felt smoother, you know, running around shooting your arcs, your Vaal arc clear is just simply super amazing. And that's why I still preferred the Arc version over Penance Brand. So that's why my setup is kind of like Arc, Cruelty, Ignite Prolif, and Deadly Ailments. No Archmage yet because my mana pool is too low for that. If you want to know like what kind of gems should you be using, basically just import your character, right? And then do some simple steps. So this is my Arc setup here, right? Let me quickly save that so I have the PUB for you guys. So if I remove all of that and I want to have Ignite Prolif. Ignite Prolif doesn't have to be the best support gem, but I want to have the Ignite Prolif for the better clearing, right? And then I go down here, I say like, hey, I want to have Ignite DPS. Default gem level, you set to match character level, so you don't get like level 20 gems. The quality is 0 because early on you don't have like quality on anything. And then you say non-awakened gems, and now it will basically filter you all the support gems with like level 12, 13 or whatever base level you have to be in line, right? Because when you're like level what is it, like 58 or 55 right now, you're not gonna get like a level 21 gem or anything like that, right? So now you click on that and now it says like, oh, you should run Cruelty and you should run Deadly Ailments, and the next, if I would be a 5-link, then it would already be Archmage. And the thing is, I want to point this out here, the gems do change after some time, because when I did the first time, you know, when I had like my first 3-link or something, I wasn't sure. I mean, 3-link didn't really matter, but when I got my 4-link, I was like, okay, which support gems should I be using? And it said like, yo, use Arc with Added Lightning. So I used Added Lightning for the majority of the time, and now at level 50 or something, or 55 or anything like that, I said like, you know what, let me quickly load up my PUB. And then it said like, yo, go Arc over like Cruelty and Deadly Ailments instead of Added Lightning. And with these small little tweaks, when you load up every 10 level your PUB, God, my weapons are talking. This is the Pyromaniac weapon effect, so yeah, it's a bit weird. But what I wanted to say is like, you can squeeze out some extra DPS by just like checking your gems basically, right? And the cool thing is, when we talk about the Ascendancy here, right, I did pick up the Warden of the Magi and this node over here. I could pick up 2 more points, but I also want to respec later, so I wasn't really bothering with any of the other nodes. But this one is kind of crazy. Defense from equipped body armor are doubled if it has no socketed gems. 50 all res if you have no equipped gems in your helmet. That means if you check my res, I'm literally res capped, right? So if I would put any gem into my helmet, I'm losing 50 all res. So basically, by just having this Oath of the Magi, I get like 25% increased max life because I have no gems in my gloves. I get 30% movement speed because I have no gems in my boots, and I get 50 all res because I don't have any gems in my helmet. This is like super freaking good early on. So I'm res capped, I'm having 30% base movement speed and increased life, and I don't have to bother with certain setups, because usually I would be running I don't know, like a Flame Surge, an Arcanist Brand, Ally Weakness, or Flammability, or I don't know, like Sigil of Power, Arcane Cloak, all kinds of things. And I said, like, you know what, I'll take these 3 things, I just don't put anything in there, and once I'm at mapping, then I will care more about it. Because I plan to play with the other Primalist thingy, but I haven't gotten any good charms yet, so I'm just sticking with that one. Is super nice. And that's pretty much it. Skill tree wise, just the typical things. Here's some Firewalker and Lightning Walker. This is because I'm swapping around gems, playing with Conviction, playing this, playing that. Also, when I played Penance Brand in the start, I was speccing into Runebinder and Runesmith, but I respect all of that. Because I think when you play Ignite version of Penance Brand, there is no point. Why would you need 2 brands on your target if it loads up that fast? It's not like that crazy that you say, hey, I need to load up it like 5 seconds until it deals damage. With a new Penance brand, it loads up in like 1.5 seconds, so that's totally fine. Also, like the brand attachment range, increased cast speed, it's all like minor things, so I'm probably just gonna like save all the points. What I did for a long time, I was like, okay, you know what, this is my clearing setup, and if I get to a mapping boss, for example, right, like Kitaba or something, all I do, Penance Brand over Arc, and that's it. And now I'm playing my 4-link Arc for single target. And I think this is gonna be the play later on as well, when you play with your oscillating Arc or something for mapping, for whatever. But once you say like, hey, I want to do Uber bosses or something, you know, I see definitely if you just, when you have like good mana levels, Penance Brand, I need to like do the PUB as well, right, later on. But it would make sense probably to just say like, you know what, for bossing, I'm just gonna put in Penance Brand, and that's about it. Because for Uber bosses and stuff like that, you need like a lot more damage on top of that, right? Other than that, as I said, all the basic things. I still have the Fist conversion over here that doesn't do anything for Arc, but it does something for Penance Brand. And now it's like a 50% to Lightning conversion, 40% to Fire, 10% Fist remaining. And based on Shape of the Flames, if your highest hit is Fire, you deal additional 25%. So this could have a little bit more min-maxing to get more damage out of it. But at the end of the day, since Act 5, I said like, you know what, I don't care about Penance Brand as of right now. I'm just going to continue playing my Arc setup. Rest of the gems, Flammability, Self-Cast, Flame Dash. Then we have Eternal Blessing with Malevolence as being my aura here. And Sigil of Power that I barely ever press. So, I'd say let's do the first, like, first area here with doing the quest, so you see how the current game play looks like, and League Mechanic. League Mechanic-wise, I think it's super cool. It's super satisfying. You just run around, collect your wisps. Blue is the currency one, yellow is quantity, and purple is the, what's it called? Rarity or something like that. But I do have to say, oh my lord, these monsters get so freaking tanky, and especially when you load up like a lot of like these monsters, then all the map bosses and unique monsters are getting like empowered. And this could be single empowered with one color, it could be triple empowered based on your wisps that you collect in here, right? And I tell you, dude, if you do an act boss and you are playing the League Mechanic and it's double or even triple empowered, the fight takes like 10 minutes. The monsters are so tanky, it's crazy. But yeah, overall, you just run around until the time is gone. You go back, you have this beautiful explosion, looks super fancy, and now the monsters, or certain monsters that you're gonna see, you're gonna be a little bit more shiny. Probably gonna soon see one of those. They're gonna just have additional quantity, rarity, and currency drops, whatever you picked up. So I think I've done the League Mechanic all the time. Every single zone I'm doing the League Mechanic. That's why I'm kind of out-leveling. The zones here is like level 50 zone, and I'm like 58, right? I'm level already 8 levels higher than I should be, basically, right? But I think like in the League Mechanic, you get like a lot of experience. But as you see, Arc, Ignite, super fine. Now I see a shrine. I know there's a bunch of monsters. My Vaal Arc is ready. I'm pressing this beautiful button, and you see all the chains flying around. Stuff is just dying, and yeah, there is nothing much more to say about that. It just is a really feels good skill to play. Yeah, like damage wise it could be better, but hey, we are on the 4-link, we are level 58, we just have one lab, there is no additional shocks yet, there is like, you know, the build will evolve into something way better than what it is right now. But it's league start, nobody has currency. I'm not having, I wasn't lucky to find a tabby or any crazy uniques or anything like that. So, you know, it is what it is. I still have fun, I still enjoy it, and that's, I think, the most important thing. League tends to be insanely cool when it comes to the possibilities. I think the League mechanic plays super well. I don't feel like wasting my time doing it. And on top of that, when I had like this like little pre-stream before the League started, like 1 or 2 hours that you go online earlier, I checked or saw that GGG released the next row of Transfigure gems. And there was one Transfigure gem where I said, I don't care, this is gonna be the next build, you know? So I already know what the next build is gonna be. A small hindsight, at the Transfigure gem, there is one attack skill that is called blah 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 of the Archmage. And it's gonna be an attack-based Archmage build, and this wasn't possible before, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that, but, you know, we're gonna see about that, with the next version, basically, right? Good. Anything else that I want to mention? Oh, yes. I now started to stream on both platforms, YouTube and Twitch, and the quality there is that... God, these new MTX minions are kind of, like, weird. So if you hit over to my channel, and there is a tab, it's called Live. There is the entire VOD. This was like a patch note stream, and here is, for example, the stream that I had today. So you can follow along with all the stuff that I've did, the mindset, if you want to just like leave it on while you're like mapping yourself. Why did I pick certain notes? What did I change? The first time I tried Penance Brand. Everything is there. All the VODs are there. So if you want to check it out, feel free to do so. All right. Time for a nap. Time for some work afterwards. And then we're going to see us again. Once I get my ass up and back to streaming. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.